Hello, this is Marie Manucherry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing below. Things are really changing in the world right now. Everyone's getting back to work and school. There's traffic again. There's lines at the grocery store. It's just a lot more active than it has been for many parts of the country and probably many parts of the world. So today I wanted to talk about why certain things happened. I think there are global reasons why things happen in the world for the collective consciousness, and then there's individual reasons why things happen. So something like a virus like COVID that is still circulating around the world, we're still actively in a pandemic, and we already have hundreds of thousands of people who have died around the globe, almost 700,000 in the US. So that's a lot of people who've decided to leave their bodies, and we're probably going to leave their bodies anyway, but chose to go through this, through a viral infection. Of course, it's not consciousness, that's from the soul's perspective. And of course, that conversation would not give any comfort or very little comfort to someone who just lost a loved one. Certainly wouldn't give me a lot of comfort if someone in my family succumbed to the virus that's circulating around. But there's other reasons why things happen in the world. So we have a collective consciousness. I really believe that one of the main reasons why we have a pandemic is because we're meant to learn compassion. We're meant to care more about other people than we have been previously. I think the entire universe, including Earth, is looking for an expansion of consciousness, and compassion is what leads to an expansion of consciousness. Even when we look at the third eye, this beautiful sixth chakra in the brain, it's important that to utilize this energy, that judgment is not a part of the experience. In fact, the more intuitive a person is who has natural intuition or works their intuition well, they know that judgment is something that the universe never expresses or experiences, and intuition doesn't have anything to do with judgment either. So we had this virus, we had it kind of under control until the Delta variant came, probably because all the countries who have more money than other countries should have given vaccines to everyone else in the world, so that we could have had a percentage of people who wanted to be vaccinated, then we probably wouldn't have had the Delta variant. That would be one aspect if we had been a little bit more generous. But there's another important aspect, that we're still kind of in the clutches of a pandemic, and now our children are being affected more for it now that they've returned to school. And of course, they can't be vaccinated, the young children under the age of 12. And some parts of the country, at least in the United States, they don't vaccinate adults or people who work in the schools. So we're having a larger outbreak again in the US due to the variant and perhaps a lack of compassion, not being able to put our feet in the shoes of other people or think about other people's children. Something of that nature is definitely a part of it. But here's another part. Many people have been at home for a long time, last year and a half approximately. And of course, it depends on what state you live in. And people are going back to work in full force, and children are back to school in full force around the United States. When you're home and with yourself, you get to spend a lot of time with you. You get to have more reflection. You get to rest more. You can eat food when you want to, and you can eat the food that's perhaps a little bit fresher because you didn't have to go out to a restaurant, or you didn't have to make something that sat in a refrigerator that you don't clean, for lunch. When you get to work from home, or you get to be educated from home, children don't have to spend as much time in the classroom. They can actually play more, which is really, really good for them. And adults get to have more freedom and flexibility. In fact, when we talk about gaining wealth so we can do whatever we want in the world, which for most people means to have flexibility in their work life, that's financial freedom. So in a way, we had this taste, or a lot of people did. I know some people, especially healthcare workers, their work situation did not change at all. They've been tirelessly, exhaustingly working in hospitals and clinics. And thank you so much for your work, all of you, doing everything they can to help educate and help people recover from health issues. So a lot of people found out several things about their lives. A, they may not be happy with where they live. Maybe they don't really like their house when they're in it 24/7. They may have found out that they really don't like their job that much. Like they probably had a good idea that they didn't like their job, but they were so distracted traveling in a half an hour to 90 minutes to a workplace. You don't get the time to rest and reflect. And it just pushes us in this very busy cycle where we don't get to really check in on ourselves and do what's in our highest good. So you take those things out of the equation, like, you're not in your home for 24 hours a day. When you come home from work, you're so tired, you go to sleep in the afternoon or early evening or whenever you get home. And you don't really have a ton to reflect on your residence, its location. Does the floor plan work for you? All of these things. And if you thought that, oh, well, I may not like this job, but I'm so busy, I don't have time to take care of this. And now you were at home for a while and you got clarity, and or you liked it a little bit better if you're working from home. You've given yourself an opportunity to have an authentic relationship with what's really going on with you. And it's that downtime, that peace and calm, not the busyness, not the traffic, not the hurry up and eat, not the hurry up and get back to work, not hurry up, go pick up kids, not hurry up, go grocery shopping, hurry up, make dinner, and all the other things that people are doing all the time in their life. When those things are happening, you can't reflect. And now that you have some awareness about even who you live with, do you enjoy who you live with? Is it fun for you? Now that you've had this 24/7 experience with all the people in your home, I've been doing sessions, of course, busily throughout the pandemic. And many times people have had to have their sessions while sitting in their car in their driveway because there's no room in the family home to have any privacy because everyone's at home. But now that you have these new perceptions about what you want, more clarity about what makes you really happy, because you maybe felt happier working from home and having some flexibility, working different times throughout the day, depending on what your family needs are, so that there's just a lot more flow in your life. And now you're back at work. Now you're back to the busyness. I'm going to encourage you to allow this time in your life that has given you such profound reflection for you to make changes that will support what you have learned about yourself. That's consciousness. Consciousness does not mean we go back to what is easier. Consciousness is about what's doing, it's about what's doing most necessary for your highest good. Really paying attention to what makes you super happy. Following that beautiful vibration, things can change. You could talk to your boss. You could change your workplace. You could change your career. You could move out of a home you don't like. Maybe you found out you don't need that much space, or maybe you found out you need more space than the square footage that you currently have. Maybe you found out you don't like the people you live with and you need to go live with other people or by yourself. So please don't go back to the old that's easy. Please stay committed to your personal joy, because when you do that, magic happens. You move into alignment, you get out of old karmic ruts, and you start to let the energy to flow in your life. And that's what magic is all about. So please listen to yourself. Please do what you have discovered over these last almost 2 years. No matter what it is, please stay aligned to it. Please honor your feelings, your needs, and your desires, because you had this incredible opportunity to get clarity about what you really want. And you don't have to go back to the old normal. You can make a new, beautiful normal for you. And if you do, not only will it be great for you and all that you love and all that you care for, but you'll be helping humanity to expand their consciousness and to start to individualize and to start to have unique professions and careers and flexible times and financial freedom. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.